Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check out the other placements for additional messages. As this is a general reading, messages may or may not apply. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't for the next person. I can be picking up on someone around you or someone you could be dealing with, so you might have to swap the roles. If this reading doesn't resonate right away, it may be something that happens down the line. If you'd like, you can keep this in your back pocket or you can come back at a later time. We're going to see what messages need to come through for you guys for this week, see what you guys could be currently dealing with or what you can expect, and get some insight, wisdom, guidance overall. See what's going on. I hope you guys are doing well. If you guys are interested, you can check out my Instagram at Jadestone Tarot. And with that being said, we're going to start off with some animal oracle messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for this week ahead. Any messages for Saggy, please? Saggy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for this upcoming week. What's going on for my Sagittarians for this week? Show me clearly. Oop. Oopsies. Okay. Any messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for this week? Any messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for this week ahead? Last one. Okay. Let's get into it. Messages for Sagittarius. We have the bear. Beautiful new beginning. Okay. Earth energy. Stay grounded. Messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead. What's going on for Sagittarius, please? This shark. Okay. So there's this new... Oh yeah. Shark came out for Aries reading. I was like, who did it come out for? Because this just came out. It wasn't Leo's. It was Aries reading, I believe, right? Yes. So some of you may have Aries in your chart. You may want to consider checking out their reading. So we have this new energy. We have this brand new beginning. But the beginning stages of this journey are not the most easiest, okay? Think of it when a baby's learning to walk. Their first few steps are wobbly. They fall. They may crawl. And it ain't easy. It takes lots of practice and patience and dedication. You fall, you get back up, you fall, you get back up. Or, you know, for example, this is a bear. After a long winter of hibernating, you're now waking up from a long sleep. Think about it in the mornings, right? We wake up, we're so tired, you could just go back to sleep. It's cozy, you just want to stay in bed. And how difficult that can be sometimes to get yourself up out of bed. Sometimes it's the most sad thing. You're like, oh, it's so warm, it's cold out there, I don't want to, right? It's difficult. So with this bear energy coming out, you have this new start. It's a beginning of this journey, a big journey, a nice long journey, hopefully. But the early stages, it requires the most discipline. It requires your focus, it requires your determination, and sometimes, you know, we can get lazy or we can make excuses, and it makes this process much more difficult to get started or get off the ground. There may be some distractions. There might be some things that come up that make it much more, you know, difficult to fully commit to this new beginning, this new start. And so it's something, it's like a challenge. It's some hurdles that we're going to have to move through and push through. And it ain't always going to be easy. But with time and with dedication and with persistence, it gets easier. And you start to feel a little bit more excited about the path that you're on, about the future, about where you're headed, where you're going. Right now, you might not be so thrilled. Right now, it's like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Oh, it just seems like a bunch of work, and that doesn't seem fun at all, right? It's about coming up with a plan so that you can be the most successful. Crossing the T's, dotting the I's, before you do the fun part. We have Mercury retrograde coming up at the end of the month. We also have a lot of eclipse energy coming up. So, you know, time's a bit tense right now. And just move at a nice slow pace. There is no rush. Whatever's truly meant for you will never pass you by. And obviously this new start is meant for you. And I think it will lead to a lot of happiness and fulfillment, as we see the sun is at the very top of this card. I think it's important for you guys to just have more discipline with yourselves. I know it's hard sometimes, hard to stick to a schedule, but I think that would really benefit you. This also does talk about needing to get your body moving, grooving, maybe a little exercise in, right? Get you feeling stronger, not only on the outside, but inside, mentally, emotionally, right? You start feeling stronger. When you start working out, you're releasing energy. but you're also starting to feel really good too, like mentally, you're ready to take on the world. So I think that would also really benefit you. I'm a Sagittarius moon, I could really benefit from that too. I've been slacking, I can't lie. But you know what? Let's all get in it together. Let's make that a promise. I will if you do. I'm just saying. And then we have the shark. This is water energy coming out. This is the energy of you guys needing to be honest about something, or there's something that's like lurking within you. Maybe these are some emotions or feelings or frustrations that you're needing to speak up about. Maybe you're needing to speak up about it with someone around you, or maybe this is just within you, like within a conversation within yourself. I can't speak. Conversation within yourself, right? Maybe you have been slacking. Maybe you know deep down you could be doing things differently, or being more time efficient, or to not procrastinate or make excuses. I know I have, like, fuck, calling my ass out. But hey, you know, sometimes we have to be honest with ourselves. Sometimes we have to drop the ego. Sometimes we have to just look at ourselves and see it for what it is. And when we do that, we're actually able to grow the most, because now we're not making excuses. Now we're actually taking responsibility, accountability for ourselves and bettering ourselves. And that will help further us on our path, on this new beginning, on this journey. And of course, like I said with the shark, this also talks about you guys perhaps needing to communicate to someone around you, or someone you're involved with, or someone who's in your life, maybe needing to voice how you feel. Maybe you're hurt by something. Maybe something has you upset, angry, pissed off, whatever. Whatever you're feeling, you may need to express. It's like the longer you ignore it, or the longer you just shove it under the rug, pretend it's not there, I think the more it eats away at you. Maybe you're unconscious about it. Maybe you're not even aware. Maybe it's been interfering with this new start, this new beginning. Maybe it's been causing delays or blockages, or, you know, getting in the way of you feeling inspired or motivated. That was a message in... Hold on, there's like a fuzz on my nail. What the hell? Yeah, that was a message for Aquarius's reading. Like, creative's block. Some of you have been feeling a block in your creative endeavors or your passions. Like, you just kind of can't seem to get it off the ground. Maybe you've been adding too many rules. Maybe you've been way too critical, made too hard on yourself. Being your worst critic, your worst enemy. Just some things to think about. If not, maybe there's something around you, or there's a conversation that's needed to be had with someone in your life. Let's see what messages need to come out when we post some tarot for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. For the week ahead, what's going on for Sag? I also think grounding is very important. We right, Sag. Oh my goodness, we have the eclipse coming up in your sign, I think on the 26th. Don't quote me. I'll have the date somewhere on the screen in case I'm wrong. We have the full moon in Sagittarius, which is also a super moon, which is also a blood moon, which is also an eclipse. So that'll be a fun time. It'll be intense. To be honest, I haven't really looked into what it's going to bring about, so I'll have to look into that. But it's going to be an interesting time. It's eclipse season, baby. Get ready to crush the old cycles and in with the new. Out with the old, in with the new. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, let's focus on your energy, Sag. Messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the next week. What's going on for Saggy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead? Oh my gosh. Any messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the next 7 days? What's going on for Sagittarius? Whenever they come across this, what's going on? What messages do they need to hear? Know, be mindful of. Any insight, wisdom, guidance for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead? Let's get into it. Messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have Temperance, your energy coming through. First card out, just like in Leo's reading, Temperance came out first card out, but different deck. You may have Leo in your chart. If that's the case, you may want to watch their reading. But Temperance, your energy coming through. So at least this week, you guys are in your elements. We have Tower reverse. So there's a bit of a cycle, okay? Or procrastinating the inevitable. We also have the Magician. This fell, it hit me, it was, I guess it's reversed. It fell out reversed. There's a delay. All right, or, oh, Queen of Swords. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Four of Cups, and the Ten of Cups, and Ace of Swords. All right, so there will be a new mindset. Okay, so basically, things right now, there's a few things I'm getting from this. So first of all, the Four of Cups. You guys might be feeling very bored. Things have been stagnant. Same old, same old. It's been Groundhog Day, living the same day on repeat. Well, maybe it's time to switch some things up. Maybe it's time to take a look at ourselves, look at the areas that we're not happy with, okay, and ask ourselves, what can I do about this? How can I change this? How can I, you know, spice things up, do things differently, approach things differently, you know? Maybe you're needing to change up your routine. Maybe you're needing to take up a new skill, new hobby, or learn something, or go out and do something different, switching something up so that you feel like you have a purpose again. Some of you feel like, I don't even know what my purpose is. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. Well, just start with baby steps. Start focusing on you, and then build and expand. Another thing from this, the Four of Cups, some of you are actually like upset about a situation, right? That shark energy. Some of you are needing to, again, voice your feelings, voice how you feel. Some of you have been feeling really hurt by something. Some of you have just been feeling melancholy or just blue or a bit heavy, like your heart's been a bit heavy, and maybe you're needing to express it. Maybe you've been trying to lie to yourself, oh, I'm fine, I don't care, whatever. But deep down, these feelings been lurking. They've been eating away at you for some. And if anything, that could just be causing delays, or, you know, you like, what was your last reading about? It was like bottling things up, or like if you keep bottling up how you feel, you're going to explode. Okay. Anyway, so with that Four of Cups energy, I do think you're going to have a breakthrough with that Ace of Swords, a breakthrough, a new perspective. And for some, this could be revolving around the home life, family, or relationships of some sort. Okay, just that's another message, side message. Okay, it's not so crucial in this reading. So, we have Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Page of Wands. I do think you guys have lots of ideas, lots of things that you'd like to pursue. But again, it's taking a while for you guys to actually get this off the ground or to move to the next level. When we look at this Queen of Pentacles, the vines, look at all the vines behind her trying to grab her as she's trying to move up the ladder, right? She's trying to move up the ladder, but yet there's things behind her trying to distract her, trying to pull her away from her focus, from her target, right? You have these ideas that you want to pursue. You have all these ideas, these passions, exciting things that are yet to come, but it's like you keep getting sidetracked, or there's distractions, or there's things that take you away or have been delaying this whole process. And so when you actually get the chance to actually work on whatever this is, you're like, oh, well, what's the point? What's the point? I don't even feel motivated for this, right? It's just like, and so when you have moments like that, you're actually needing to just, you know, suck it up and have the discipline, light that fire under your ass and just go for it. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on opportunity to invest energy into, you know, like I said, with the bear, you can either stay in your bed and sleep a couple more hours, right? Or you can get yourself up earlier. You know, it sucks, but then you have more time, right? I'm learning that the hard way. I'm like, I gotta get back into a normal sleeping schedule, y'all. I was really on it for a while there, I can't lie, and then I fell back into old ways. So I can relate, I can understand a little bit. Some of you may resonate with that, right? Again, needing to have the discipline, needing to force yourself to get out of bed a little earlier, even when you don't really want to, or you just like, I just want to roll over, hit the snooze alarm. But then what good is that? You end up just delaying your manifestations from coming in, right? Because manifesting is one thing. When you think about it, that's great. You're on the right track. You're setting your ideas, your goals, your target. Cool. But then you actually have to follow through with the action. If you just sit and wait, patiently, I'm waiting. I appreciate the enthusiasm and your patience for waiting, but you actually gotta get up, rise up, and put the work in. It's not just going to magically appear on the doorstep, right? We can't just wave a magic wand and it's there. Wouldn't that be great? It would. And so when you fall back into those old ways, you're ending up repeating cycles, the tower reversed. And then you keep wondering, well, why am I not getting anywhere? Stuck in this loop. You're so close, and then you get sidetracked or delayed, or, and then you're just like, oh, okay, well, then never mind, what's the point? And then it's just like an ongoing cycle. I'm kind of getting this, like I've been saying that. I feel you. We've all been there. And so it's just like, I think with this eclipse energy coming up, this is really a good time for you guys to break these habits. If you want. You don't have to. But for those that are wanting to go up this ladder and see movement from this idea, right? Page of Wands, it's all an idea. It's inspiration. It's that spark. It's that creative feeling that you want to pursue. But if you don't pursue it, if you don't put the energy towards it, if you don't have the time, this idea will just stay an idea until you follow through the action. Sometimes it's hard to put the time in, though, because you got all these different things sidetracking you, or you got all these responsibilities or things to take care of, things to worry about. I get it. But again, you're going to have the conversation with yourself, shark energy, of how can you do things differently? How can you fit the time, and how can you make this possible? You can. Obviously, with your situation, everyone else's is going to be different on how you can make this possible. But it all comes down to you on the things that you can do to improve, to work on, so that this can become a reality. Otherwise, you're just going to get stuck in the same old cycle. And then you're like, well, that's not possible. And then give up. And, I mean, you can give up if you want to. Right? With the bear, you have a choice. You can either push through and make it out onto the other side and get towards this really fulfilling time, or you can just say, you know what, this year I think I'm just going to stay in hibernation. Bye. Just go back into hibernation. You can, right? You can. But do you want to? Is that what you really want? Maybe. I'm not you. Anyways, so, Temperance coming out, your energy, Sag energy coming through. It's very important for you guys to get grounded this week, to take care of yourself, putting yourself as the first priority. I really think being out in nature, getting some fresh air, or even just, going on a walk, getting that fresh air, getting your body moving, taking those baby steps, help calm your mind. You're doing something good for yourself, something really positive for yourself. I think that would also really just be something positive for you, especially, again, you're living the same day on repeat. Repetition, Groundhog Day. Do little things. Even if it's going for a walk, to switch up your routine. To do things differently, right? For yourself. For your own peace of mind. Working on breaking these certain habits, certain cycles. And again, like I said, it's going to require discipline. It's going to require you to be honest with yourself. It's going to be a test. How bad do you want this? How bad do you want to move up to the next level? And your actions will follow on how bad you want it, right? If you don't want it that bad, well then you don't have to put in the work. But if it's something that would bring a lot of fulfillment, well, you're going to have to work for it. You can't just put your hand out and it magically is just gifted to you, reward. Right, you gotta work for it in this life, right? I know. Who wants to hear that? I know, Sag. I know. I think it's important to set boundaries with those in your life as well as within yourself. Putting yourself as the first priority, right? Taking care of yourself, filling your cup up first. Because if you don't fill up your cup, how are you going to help anybody else? If your battery is drained, you can't charge up anyone. Because you're dead. Not dead physically, but just like dead energetically. You got nothing to give. Right? And so that's another thing. You guys have been tired. And so you don't have the energy to put into this idea, this project, this thing. Or, so what adjustments do you need to make so that you can right? You can. There's something that you're just not seeing with the Four of Cups. I think perception is key. And to be very mindful of how you're thinking. When you find yourself thinking or falling back into old patterns, right? Again, this is kind of like a theme for you guys in this reading. Patterns, cycles, right? Falling back into old ways, old habits, old mindsets. It's really up to you on if you're willing to break it or repeat it. And that's a process, and that's a cycle, and it ain't gonna happen overnight. And that's why Temperance came out, because this is going to require your hard work, your patience, your determination, the discipline. I know I'm repeating myself, but this is literally this entire reading. And so it's like, even practicing mindfulness. You're not just going to reprogram and unlearn certain things overnight. It's a whole journey, right? It's the bear. It's a whole journey. It's a long journey. And it ain't always fun. And it requires you to be honest with yourself. But with all that eclipse energy in your sign, Saggy, I think this will really benefit you. I think this eclipse energy will be really positive. So, you're trying to break away from these certain habits. Set your intentions. Set those intentions. Yeah, I'll look up the date exactly when it is, because I don't want to give you guys the wrong date. Pretty sure it's the 26th. Don't quote me. I think it's 26th, 27th, something like that. But I'll make sure, I'll double check, which is, within this next week, right? What's the date today? The 20th. Yeah, so literally next week. So use this eclipse energy to your benefit. It will help you. You can overcome this. This is just a block. This is really just a block. You can really break through this. And when you do, it can lead to a lot of fulfillment. Okay? I'm telling you. It will. So, you just gotta make some little adjustments. Be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Be honest with yourself, right? That's all. Or be honest to those around you that, again, just expressing how you're feeling. If there's something you gotta say, say it. If there's something that you have to admit to yourself, just do it. So that you can get through this little roadblock. Right? Again, perception is key. Hold on. Let me show you the tower. Look at all the different angles in this card. Right? You see it? Many different angles you can look at things. And you can either look at these things and feel like, oh, I don't want to do it. Oh, this sucks. Or you can be like, you know what? Fuck. Bring it on. Let's do it. Let's do the damn thing. It's up to you. Perception really is key. But it really does make a difference. It really does. Shifts realities, man. So it's up to you. That's the magic. You got your free will. Okay. Tikashi messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead. Any Tikashi messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead. Any Tikashi messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead. Any Tikashi messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have wellness. We also have listening and transformation. See, you capable of transforming. You are. Stop saying that you're not, because you are. Okay, wellness. Wellness is a feeling on the inside which emanates outward like love. Wellness is a state of mind which emanates outward like love. In fact, wellness is love. If you are unwell physically or emotionally, seek out and remedy the cause, and do not just band-aid the symptoms, for wellness is your natural state of being. Do not settle for second best, and all will be well. Listening. Now is the time to listen to your intuition, slow down and quiet the mind chatter. Listen to your own words and ensure you are using positive language. When you hear others, make sure that you really listen to what's being said and remember to listen to more than just the words. Listen to your world with your heart. And transformation. Transformation is a gradual process. Look back and see how many changes have occurred and thank yourself for all the steps you've taken. Now may be the time for a giant leap of faith, or you may be ready for a journey into the unknown. Let go of the past, be free to move on. Renewal of strength and revitalization is upon you. Call upon your heart energy to see you through your transformation. Okay, Sag. So that is what I got for you guys for this weekly reading. If you guys found this helpful or insightful, please let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. If you guys are interested, you can check out my Instagram at Jadestone Tarot. And with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.